Hello everybody, welcome back to Louisiana on Farming Simulator 25. I'm going to upgrade this tractor's engine because we currently have 6 fields to plant with corn, and I want to do this with 2 planters, but for that we need more power. The Ford works well with momentum, and the Massey Ferguson will be used to cultivate the 5 fields where we'll plant soybeans. So this is the tractor we'll use with the new planter, which we haven't purchased yet, by the way. The Versatile currently has 195 horsepower, and we are going to upgrade it to 272 horsepower, which should be enough. And I'll buy the CCS 2117 John Deere. It requires 205 horsepower, and it will cost $81,000. And since our balance is low, I am going to take out a loan from the bank for $50,000 to buy seeds and fertilizer, and also to pay the helpers. Okay, everything is prepared. The planters are loaded and the equipment is ready for some heavy work. I will hire a helper to work with the Massey Ferguson and the cultivator, and another helper to plant corn with the Ford and the Momentum, and I'll plant with the Versatile and our new CCS. Well, I planted the first field with corn, and now I'm going to hire a helper to plant the second one, and I'm going to check on the other helpers. This helper also finished planting a field, so let's move on to the next one. And our helpers are doing a great job. One field is already cultivated, so let's move on to the next. I'm finishing planting another field and the helpers are also finishing theirs. Everything is going wonderfully and there's only one field left for each of us to plant, plus the fields to be cultivated. And I also want to roll the planted fields because there are a lot of stones in them. Okay, let's move on to Massey Ferguson to the other field. And what's going on here? He found a tree. So let's plant this tiny piece here in the corner. Okay. And now let's move on to the next field. the CCS ran out of fertilizer. Well, planting is almost done. I think we can finish planting with the momentum. And I'll start rolling the fields with this tractor. And we'll still use the CCS to plant soybeans in the 5 fields that are currently being cultivated, but not today. And now let's start rolling. Okay, so the corn is all planted, and the helper has already started rolling the fields. So we have 6 fields planted with corn, 7 fields drilled with rice, and 5 fields still need to be planted with soybeans. And this is the last field that needs to be cultivated. And we like to keep everything clean. I'm finishing here. And now these 5 fields are ready to be planted with soybeans. Last year, without these 5 fields, we earned over $400,000 from corn sales. This year, with the improved fields, I expect to earn at least $700,000. And that's the goal, and I think it's quite achievable. The helper is still rolling the cornfields, but we can finish for today. Next episode we will plant the soybeans. And then is just wait until harvest time. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks so much for watching and see you next video. Bye!